I'm your host, Keeta King. Welcome to the Southern Komfort Podcast.
Oh, I got my girl with me, girl with me, girl with me, girl with me. Keeta King, in the place to be. Keeta King,
Keeta King, the queen.
girl with me, girl
Southern
with
Komfort.
me, girl with me,
Southern Komfort Podcast. Keeta King, the queen. It's Southern Komfort.
It's your man Anthony Hamilton. Keep it locked right here for more entertainment and more beautiful soul from Keeta King herself.
She's Keeta King.
Keeta King, I see what you're doing, girl.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Southern Komfort Podcast. I'm your host, Keeta King. Now, as always, if this is your first time joining the podcast, absolutely do not let it be your last. All right, you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook. We have a presence on TikTok. I'm just not. It's on my personal page more so than the podcast page. But if you want to check out some old videos or old interviews, dating all the way back to Sir Charles, if you want to, and Calvin Richardson, make sure Big Rob, it runs the gamut. It's all right here on the Southern Komfort Podcast, and that's Southern Komfort with a K podcast. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. We air it live. I try to do every other Thursday, but sometimes I end up doing every Thursday because I can do what I want to. So just make sure it's 7:30 Central PM. 7:30 PM Central. You're right here listening to what we have going on. The show is very heavily music based. If you follow me from radio to now podcasting. However, I like to highlight anything and everything amazing that we're doing right here in the South, especially if it's something that is not mainstream news. You know what I'm saying? And I like to give those things, highlight those things right here. If you're looking to contact me, you can also email me at southernkomfortpodcast@gmail.com. Again, that's with a K. So nonetheless, I hope everybody is enjoying this holiday season and not having to do too much travel. Because I know how that can be draining and you just get home and you're tired. All right. So everybody be safe out there and enjoy your holiday, enjoy your people. So today we're about to enjoy talking to a lady who is new. And well, I'll say this. She's new to us. I put it that way. And in the Southern Soul sector, she has a voice that is like butter. But she also got that rasp that you feel it from the gut type thing. And I don't say that about everybody. If I love your voice, I'm gonna tell you. If I love your song, I'm gonna tell you. But I'm telling you, I love both. I love both with her. Nonetheless, I want to present to some and introduce to others Miss Myia B Music. Hello. How are you?
Listen, that was a beautiful intro. Thank you so much.
Did I do you some justice?
Listen, you did me justice, baby. You did me justice. Thank you.
You are so welcome. Listen, I speak my truth.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's one thing about it. I can say that is what really, really got my attention in regard to your voice. And I'm gonna get to that and how I came about, really listening to you. Because, honey, girl, listen, you can sing. I have heard you sing everything from Whitney Houston, Legacy. It runs the gamut, and you do them justice.
Thank you so much.
So I say that, and I absolutely mean it. Okay, guys, I'm going to let her introduce herself. So here's my disclaimer to everybody. We just going to have a conversation. And we're going to let the people eavesdrop on it, all right?
Yes, ma'am. Let's do it.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
You want me to call you Myia B? How you want me to address you?
My artist name is Myia B Music, but since we're talking, we're just having a conversation, you can call me Myia B. That's fine.
Myia B. Okay,
yes,
I got you,
yes,
Myia B.
Yes, ma'am.
But tell the people who you are, a little bit about you and your background.
Yes, ma'am. So I range from Dooley County, Georgia. It's like 2 hours south of Atlanta. So it's the country. We just got our second stoplight there, and we're proud of the second stoplight that we have. So that's how country we are. And and I just, I grew up singing in the church, about 4 or 5 in the youth choir. I used to watch my auntie Amelia Wolford Williams. She lives in Montezuma, Georgia. She still tears the church up every Sunday now.
Yeah.
And I used to watch her every Sunday singing, and I just want to be like her. And I'm actually named
Awesome.
after her. Myia Amelia Bryant is my full name.
Okay.
But yes, I grew up in the church, grew up singing. I started singing, and I saw how people reacted to me singing in the church, and people would start crying, and people start coming to the front of the church, and it just did something to me. And when I was younger, somebody told me when I was younger, she said, "You're gonna be on big stages one day."
Hmm.
That's something that has stuck with me. So I'm really big on speaking positive into kids. But just moving along with my background, when I was like maybe anywhere from like 19 to early 20s, I got in the gospel quartet group by the name of No Measure. And,
Okay.
I really learned some things. I learned teamwork. I learned how not to oversing somebody else and things of that nature.
Yeah.
And but the group disbanded, I think in around, I don't know, the group disbanded,
Hmm.
and I just started to pursue a solo career, and so here we are.
Well, I'm sorry that the group disbanded, but I am happy that you decided to pursue a solo career.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Yes,
You
ma'am.
you are something that I feel like sometimes you don't really know what you're missing until you introduced to it.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
not just not that, and that is not, there are some amazing people, women, I'll speak specifically, who are in Southern Soul. So don't get me wrong about that. You
Right.
bring something else. You bring
Hmm.
something, else, something a little different. I hope hopefully by the end of this conversation, we'll know what that little, whatever that whatever that is, maybe we'll be able to identify it. But
Yes, ma'am.
your voice is beautiful. And just to go
Thank
back to
you.
what you were saying about people coming to the front of the church, and because basically you were ministering through your music,
Mhm.
and being so positive, that is one of the things that I can say that I admire about you, having really being new,
Mhm.
into the knowledge of who Myia B music is. That's one
Mhm.
of the things that really stood out to me and kind of jumped off the screen. She's very positive.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's all positive. It's hard for me to sing about anything negative. I believe in the power of words, and I believe in speaking things into existence.
Right.
So let's sing things into existence. And
Yeah.
I just want to create a positive atmosphere. My mom's always told me, people are going through things. They need to hear something positive. They need to hear
Yes.
something uplifting. And
Yes.
through my singing on social media, I've heard some stories, I've seen some things, and that people have shown me that they're going through in their life. And so, I gotta keep that connection with God so I can display it for people.
Exactly. That
Sure.
fellowship is so important. So important because you can, and this is again, it's not a knock at church or anything, but you can go to church, you can go to all the revivals and the Bible study that you want to and choose to, and it's a good look.
Mhm.
Cosmetically, it's great. Surfacely, it's great. But if that
Right,
fellowship is not there, and that's cut off,
right,
then how are you even doing it? What's your
right.
source? You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like, what
Exactly.
are you doing? But
Exactly.
shout out to your the lady, whomever that was, that spoke that word into to your spirit and really sowed a seed.
Yes,
And the
ma'am.
fact that at this point in time you still have not forgotten that.
Oh yeah. I just thought about Miss Margaret Jordan today. She's from Dooley County, Georgia. I hope she's still with us. But I want to call her and just thank her because she may not even remember what she said.
Yep.
But I just to thank her for what she said, because it's coming true. It's coming
Right.
true by the grace of God. So
That
so
is amazing. Even
so
with you saying that about your aunt, I can
mhm,
remember being at church one Sunday. I can't even tell you. It was one of them after church services,
mhm,
because we can go to church all day long, and so I was at that service, and this lady, I remember, her name was Tina, or is Tina, or whatever. I don't think she was a preacher, pastor, or any of those things, but she was serving in the capacity of minister, or of ceremony, minister of ceremony, or master, however you say it, MC. And
mhm,
so she was so engaging. I can remember she was a little, I mean, I was a little girl. She was so engaging, and how she kind of worked the congregation and segued from one thing to the next. I said, I want to do something like that. I don't know what that is, but I need whatever that is, I want to do it.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, as God
Here
was
you
here,
are.
I go, here I am, here I am.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
okay, let's talk about you told me how you got started singing, and
Mhm.
you have your music is encouraging. It has a faith-based based underlying current to it. Then you also have Angel Eyes, which is your wedding song, which is absolutely beautiful, by the
Mhm.
way. I'll let you guys listen to some of it if you haven't already before we
Mhm.
end the show. Then you got the country party.
Mhm. Mhm.
I'm horrible about some names of songs, so I had to
Right.
make sure I said it right. But the country
Angel
party,
and Country Party. That's right. Yes,
yes,
ma'am.
which is your new release, and it's Southern Soul. And then when I listened to was it a Netflix, not Netflix and chill,
DoorDash and Netflix. Yes, ma'am.
DoorDash and Netflix, I thought I heard some bars in that. So I was like,
With the bars, let's go.
wait a
Cause
minute,
listen, I want to tap into a little bit of all of it,
I
Miss Keita.
see.
Yeah. Oh
Because you switched
yeah.
the flow up on me, and I was like, oh,
Listen,
okay.
if I can
That's
tap
what we
into it,
doing.
if I can tap into country, if I can tap into rock, if I can tap into, I want to tap into a little bit of all of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If through the course of my career, and I'm just beginning, but I want to tap into, wherever my soul and my spirit is taking me, I want to tap into it. But the
Mhm.
base of it all, is soul music. It's
Yeah.
soul. It's just from the soul.
Yeah.
Gospel, Southern soul, R&B. It's still soul.
It's still so. That's
Yes,
very
ma'am.
true. That's very
Yes,
true.
ma'am.
You kind of answered my question already, but just in all fairness, I asked anyway in case I missed it. But my
Sorry.
question was gonna be, how do you categorize yourself, being
Mhm.
that you are all these things? And I'm gonna say that you can do them. Everything you just mentioned, I can literally see you successfully doing that. Again, something I don't just say. Anybody who follows the show, they know I don't mix words. Yeah.
You tell it how it is, huh?
I tell it how
How
I
you
see it
see it.
anyway.
How you see it. Right. Yes,
Right.
ma'am. So, but yeah, for sure. I wanna tap into it. I'm sorry for cutting
No,
your
you are
question like
fine.
that. But for sure I want to tap into a little bit of all of it.
Mhm.
It's just I feel like I'm painting with different paint brushes and different colors, and
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying, and I want to do some collabs in different areas. But like I say, the base of it all is gonna be soul. But I consider myself as a soul artist. I
Soul
consider
artist.
I consider
Okay.
myself as a soul artist.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So what has your experience been like thus far in the industry?
It's fairly new because I've been tapping at doors and stuff. I would say now I did in 2020. I was on the show BET Sunday Best, and
Okay.
I thought at that time, things were gonna explode for me. I thought
Mm-hmm.
gonna just, but it was during the time of COVID.
Yeah.
And things didn't really I got local notoriety.
Mm-hmm.
And through the show I got a few more followers, but things didn't really pop off for me like that.
Yeah.
So here recently though, I've been putting out more songs, been gaining more notoriety, especially with Angel Wings. Just I put Angel Wings out like a couple of years ago, but
Oh, really?
yeah, and
Okay.
I ran an ad on it, and people just were they just been pouring in as far as their support of it. And then I
Mm-hmm.
put out appreciation song.
Yep.
That's how Sammy Joe, my manager, found me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just entering into it.
Yeah.
This is literally just the beginning, as I say in my song, the appreciation song.
Yeah.
And thus far, I've had some people to welcome me with open arms.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'll just focus on that. I've had some people to welcome me with open arms for sure.
And that's good,
Hmm.
because regardless, you're gonna have your naysayers. You're gonna have your people who are just like, I real life like fool with your music. I real life like love your music. And at the end of the day, those are the people you want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Also, I love the fact that you sing unapologetically. And what I mean by that is you don't have a problem doing covering someone, so you're not intimidated by any of those things.
Oh
And
no.
so, and you speak freely in your lyrics. You know what I mean? Like you're not afraid to sing the songs that people want to hear, need to hear.
Right.
They need to see and want to hear people who look like you and talk like you and move like you. People need that.
Right. And that's on different aspects. You can go from, people need to hear gospel. People need to see Black representation or what have you. People need to see, I am LGBTQ. So they need to see LGBTQ people praising God, because some people, LGBTQ people have been shunned from the church. Not all people, but sometimes, that has happened.
Right.
And so I want LGBTQ people, Black people, poor people, rich people, whomever. I want everybody to know that God loves you, and there's love for you,
Exactly.
no matter who you are, no matter, you can live in the country or the city. I don't care. God still love you. You know what I'm saying? And so I want to be the vessel to show and kind of usher. I'm not perfect now. I'm not perfect, but I want to usher them up to God and let God do whatever else he gonna do. That's between them and God, So yes, ma'am.
It kind of goes back to planting that seed. I was talking about earlier. You plant that seed and you speak to people's hearts. You speak to their spirits, to their souls, regardless of whether it's gospel. You can feel your music. You can absolutely feel your music, and I do feel like oftentimes the LGBTQ community gets shunned about stuff that's already going on anyway. If that makes any sense, you know what I'm saying? So to have that liberty
coming out of me now. You got
I'm sorry. But that gets me going, because you have a liberty that there are some straight saints that they don't have. You good with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so you're able to be that vessel to pour out to somebody who's probably empty and don't feel like anybody can relate to them or they can relate. So that in and of itself is that's ministry. I don't care if it's in the church or not.
Right. And my thing is I'm all about the heart. Like, you could be deep in the church, but where's your heart? Like, and if you're gonna you got to treat everybody, treat everybody with love. Like, possibly more LGBTQ people would come to the church if people's hearts were welcoming and warming. And hey, I might not like what you got going on, but I love. And I want you to come, and we're gonna show you love, and we're gonna show you God, So if it were more like that, then I think,
that's exactly how it's supposed to be, though. Like, that's I got a fly in here, y'all. I'm sorry. And I have a cough drop in my mouth too. I don't mean to be rude. So if y'all get a peek at it, just pay me the line. little rest. Okay. But that's exactly how it should be, because it would be a bad day, for lack of a better term, to live all your entire life in church or traveling evangelist or whatever the case may be, just to get to heaven and find out somebody didn't, because you couldn't get over your own personal issues, and instead of looking up on the heart like God does, you looked up on somebody's exterior and judged, because at the end of the day, that's what it boils down to.
Yes, ma'am. I totally agree, for sure.
I love the freedom. I love that for you and for the people who gonna come alongside you, for the people who gonna come behind you, because you're trailblazing. Yes, I know you know that.
Tell me how, Keeta. And I hope you don't mind me drinking some apple juice as you got your cough drop. Can I have my apple juice?
You can have your apple juice. Listen, normally I have a glass of wine on my show, but I'm gonna hold off on that.
It makes you might want to share a little bit.
I'm gonna sip on my Ozarka, and then hydrate. Then I'll open up a bottle, but because it's Friday,
yes, ma'am.
Somewhere. It's
Yes,
Friday
ma'am.
somewhere.
Yeah, it's
Friday
5
somewhere. It's
o'clock.
5 somewhere.
It's 5 o'clock and Friday somewhere.
Somewhere. So picture me that somewhere in about an hour, okay?
I got you.
Picture
I
that.
got you.
But I want to go back to what I said about trailblazing.
Yes, ma'am.
You are trailblazing, and I'm saying that in the sense of you being someone who is openly LGBTQ, or you are open about your love for a significant other. Everybody, and that's one of the biggest hopes I always have for people is I hope everybody deserves to find love, experience love, regardless of what it looked like. That ain't my place to say. But you're trailblazing in the sense that there are no artists, there aren't any that I'm aware of anyway. So if anybody's out there, don't shoot me. But I'm only speaking on what I'm aware of. There aren't any artists out there currently that I'm aware of who are in Southern soul, who would even be as bold and confident as you are to release such a song and ain't missed a beat.
Let me tell you now, there was some apprehension. Like, okay, I liken Southern. It's not like it because it's totally, but as far as the entering, as far as my sexuality, I kind of felt apprehensive as I was with gospel. You know what I'm saying? I know they probably share some roots, but I was kind of apprehensive about it. But I made the decision to be open about it, and people have welcomed me with open arms.
Good.
Welcome me with open arms. Now there are naysayers. There are people who try to preach me out of doing what I'm doing, but it has not, and it will not deter me in the name of Jesus. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. But yeah. I was a little apprehensive about that, but it's full steam ahead. It's full steam ahead.
I can understand that though. I mean, I can very well understand that. But the fact that you did take that step forward and it's nothing but up from here, and you never know, it's somebody else out there. Some other well, Lord, sorry. There's another young man out there.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. I can't hear.
Oh, you can't hear me?
1 second. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Can I leave and come back?
Yes.
I can't hear.
Uh-oh. There we go. So she'll be back in just a minute. If you're just not tapping in, guys, I am interviewing and I'm excited to bring to you this exclusive interview with Myia B Music. She has the new single out, Country Party. I always want to call it Southern Soul Party, but it is a Southern Soul song. It is a Southern Soul Party too, but that's just not what it's called. And I'm terrible with names, but Country Party is out. Make sure you check that out. I'm gonna let you guys hear a little bit of it here in a few minutes. Myia is on, and she's back actually. And also, I'm gonna let you hear her wedding song, which is absolutely beautiful. And all right, so
sorry,
can you hear now?
Sorry about that.
You're
Apologize. Fine. Okay.
You're fine. It's just the wonder that my dog isn't barking or growling or whining. So yeah, okay. Easy breezy around here. But anyways, as I was saying, there will be a young man, a young lady who will say, if she did it, I can do it. I got a voice too, or I can dance too, or I can own this too, whatever the case may be. But in regard to singing, to see you do it to the degree and caliber that you do is encouraging to somebody out there. You know what I mean?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I hope so. And not only LGBTQ. I mean, it might be somebody who's differently abled. It might be someone who is poor. It might be someone who is, anybody who is who has a disadvantaged background. I want them to know that you too can do it.
Right.
You too can do it. Yeah. You too. For
and
sure.
That's very giving of you. That's very giving to step out and I won't call it necessarily a sacrifice, but to take that big bold first step.
Yes, ma'am, for sure.
Okay, so let me ask you this: what artists would you love to work with, collaborate with?
I'm glad you asked. So recently, I worked with Mr. Stan Butler and West Love. That is amazing. That song is coming out soon. It's called Letter.
Le-
West
oh,
Love
letter.
Letter. I thought it was Tap In, and that's
Me
what I
too.
was. That's what I was promoting it as, but it's
Mhm.
called Letter. And I'm gonna put in parentheses Tap In, but
Okay.
it's coming out, and I heard a more polished version on through, I think it was on TikTok, but it was shared to
Hmm.
Mr. Stan Butler's page,
Hmm.
and that thing, it sounds good. I think that's gonna touch some lives. I think
Yeah.
it's gonna help some people out. But let's see. I want to work with J1. I want to
Mhm.
work with FPJ. I want to work with who else? Sertar. Come on, Mr. Sertar.
Yeah.
I want to work with. Let me see who else. I like. Oh, I like Anthony Hamilton. Are we talking about Southern Soul? We going out?
Period. Period.
Camille Fantasia, Camille Leandria. Let me see. Let me see. Just soulful artists,
Hmm.
soulful artists. But those are the ones that come to mind right off the top. Ooh,
Okay.
King George. Come here, King George.
Yeah.
King, King George, I need you. But
Yeah,
yes,
for sure.
for sure. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Such a cool dude too. His team is cool. They're super awesome people. Got a chance to. And actually, Sammy Joe was there. Yeah, she was there that weekend. We were in South Carolina, and it was like their after party after the Blues is All Right tour or whatever.
got you.
Very, very, yeah, very had a good time. Very good people, good hearted people. All right, so my next question is, what can we expect from you in the future?
You can expect, just hold, I want y'all to just ride with me, buckle up. Every song might not be your favorite, but your favorite song is coming up. You feel me?
I
By the
love
grace
it.
by the grace of God, I'm just gonna continue writing. I'm gonna continue tapping in. I'm gonna continue creating more love songs, more gospel songs, more soul songs and party songs. Um that's what you can expect from me. And if I do a little rock and roll, a little country, a little folk or whatever I get into, don't I'm
Not
coming.
folk. Okay.
I'm coming back home. Soul is always at my heart. So just ride with me and know that you know, I'm just expressing myself and
Yeah,
expressing how I feel.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. What is your zodiac sign, by the way?
I'm a Cancer. What about you?
I'm a Gemini.
Gemini. Okay. Okay.
But I think there I just hear some Gemini in there somewhere. That's
Oh,
why I had
listen.
to ask.
I'm on the cusp. I'm on the cusp.
Oh,
My
okay.
birthday is June 22nd. So I'm like, if I would have been born a couple of hours earlier, I would have been a Gemini. So
Yeah,
for
for
sure.
sure, for sure. Because I'm like,
What?
dang, she
Okay.
sound.
Hold on now. What about me is giving you Gemini now? What?
Well, first of all, what you said about the music,
Hmm.
you spelled out about 5 or 6 different genres, and then you said something about some folk. Well, see, if anybody knows me, they know I may go to bed listening to R&B. I may be bumping trap music in my car. I may cook dinner or clean up the country music. I don't care. I just like what I like, and I hear that
Got you.
that carefreeness and
Hmm.
that diversity in
Hmm.
you. I get up, I feel how I feel. That's what it is that day.
Yeah.
You
Hmm.
know,
Got
that's
you.
what it
I
is.
got you. I got you. I got you. Hey, it's just. I don't know. It's all like I say. I just want to paint with different colors. I just
And
want to
then
paint with
that
right,
that
right.
very thing right there. You I think I can speak for at least the June Gemini, Sorry, May. But we're some creative people
Yeah.
and get bored as hell real quick if it ain't nothing to create or do. Um,
Right. Right.
I can tell you, it's always something to do. When people ask me, like, you don't just get tired or bored or whatever the case may be, not as long as I have something to create.
Hmm.
It's always, something going on up there in
Right.
here that I need to get out, express. All right, so let me see. I want to go ahead and go to your song, if that's okay, guys. I want you to check out Country Party. This is her new single, and I'm hoping that you are going to be able to hear it. Let
Mm.
me know if you are able to hear this, Myia.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, I need to turn something off. Maybe my mic. Bear with me, y'all. I think so Mike is unmuted. Why is he doing that? Can you hear that? That's terrible. Okay, hold on. Can you hear it?
It's not how we now is. Did it freeze? Did it freeze? It looked like it froze. I'm moving, but her side froze. I wonder, is it?
There we are.
There we go.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I know what it was. It was my alarm.
That's what happened with me.
And the crazy thing is, I'm too scared to I keep stopping it pausing it instead of snoozing it instead of stopping it because I was too.
I know. When I stopped it, that's why I had to get off the screen because.
Oh, okay.
I stopped it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now maybe we're good. Let's see if we're good. Perhaps cooking with grease.
Hey, we cooking now, baby. Let's do it.
Could y'all hear that song pretty good?
Oh yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Because what made you write that song?
We just need some party music, and I wanted to get off into Southern soul, and what better way than with a party song,
There you go, big old booties and line dances
and dance.
Yeah, and that's out there for sure. That's there for sure.
Listen, I'm telling you.
Now tell the people where they can. I'm sorry.
I was going to ask you, have you ever been to a trail ride before?
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of. Yeah. I'm going to my first one this weekend.
Oh, you gonna have a blast
in Sparta, Georgia, on the 18th, and I don't know what should I expect? Because you said something about big old booties and line dances. What should
you gonna see Dukes and Boots? You're gonna see a lot of that line dances for big line dance. Like it's you know how there are bike clubs and you have these different social clubs or whatever. That's all there.
Okay.
And so they have on their little garb, they outfits, they got their line dances, down or whatever. ATVs, moonshine. It's just a good time. It's a good time.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay.
Let's see. I want to let you guys hear some of Angel Wings as well, and maybe I'll be a little more successful with my sound than I was a minute ago. But this is her wedding song, and this song is just so beautiful to me. Let's see. Let's play it. Let me run it back. Okay, that is not supposed to be playing. What in the entire hell? It's not supposed to play from there. It needs to play from here. All right, guys. Here we go. For real. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry.
They got a mix going on, though.
Girl, and it did sound half bad, didn't it?
Hey, listen, I said that might sound all right, bro. Sure, we might need to put that on the radio. Sure.
I was like,
That's
wait a
a pretty
minute.
decent mix. Who did that?
Oh, tell Sammy Joe we done came up with a remix.
Shout
All
out
right,
to
here we
Sammy
go for
Joe,
real,
man.
y'all.
Shout out to
So
Sammy
goofy.
Joe, my man. Shout out, baby.
I always want to come in early.
I know that's a long intro now. it was priming you. It's priming
Yeah.
you.
Angel wings, beautiful
Beautiful
things.
things.
Oh, what joy! It's
It's
love.
love.
Oh, whether it's fall or spring, can't you feel it? Can't you hear it? When the bells start to ring, oh, God bless me.
Yeah. So that is a sample, guys, of Angel Wings. Let me turn it on. And to hear the rest of it, make sure you follow her. Make sure you find her music. It's streaming on all music platforms. That's Angel Wings. That she's got other songs out as well. Angel Wings Country Party, which is her latest hit. It's a Southern Soul hit. That's out there as well. And then you also gotta listen to. You made a song about your mama.
Right.
I love
Like my
that
mama.
song. You My Appreciation, and of course DoorDash and Netflix.
And they don't know. You yes. Listen,
And they
you've been
don't know.
doing your research.
I had to, and it's one of them. You're not gonna you can just push play and go. You know what I'm saying? Like you just
Yes,
push
ma'am.
play and go.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
so now I have another song I can send to my mom for Mother's Day because she probably tired of Dear Mama, Tupac. So I got something else.
Yes, ma'am.
I can send to her. But if you're getting married and or if you just want to woo your significant other, that Angel, and I don't be coming to her playing or him playing. Like that's some real sugar honey iced tea right there. So don't come side
So you like that one, Keeta? Would you say that's your favorite?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
My second favorite is probably and they're two totally different songs. So that was a trick question, to be honest. But that Country Party it's feel good. It's like this is that you're gonna write a country party too after you get back from this trail ride. Watch what I say.
Is that what's gonna happen?
That's
what's gonna happen?
That's what's gonna happen, Mark.
I like that type of energy, though.
Y'all heard it right here on the Southern Komfort Podcast, okay? Be
I
on the
like
lookout.
I like that type of energy. Let's go.
Yes, I got
Let's
you
go.
working. I got you working.
Let's go.
I also can relate to the DoorDash and Netflix song because being on the road or always being gone or always being busy, kind of not meaning to neglect those that are closest to you or your significant other or whatever. It's the little things like a DoorDash and Netflix,
Right.
that help kind of, I guess, soothe the tension when it arises because of distance. They say distance makes a heart grow fonder. I just don't. I ain't seen it. But anyhow, okay. So here we are. Now we're at, guys. You know how I close out the show every interview. I love to laugh and I love to bring the shenanigans to my artists because we talk real life and real stuff throughout the interview. But I like to have fun with Plead the Fifth. So here we go, Myia. Here's how this works.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you 5 questions, all right?
All right.
And at any given point in time, you don't want to answer them or one of them, then just I plead the fifth and then I win. My goal is to win. Okay.
Now you can't just be winning like that now. Come on here. So now if I answer all of the questions, then I win.
Then you win.
Okay. Okay.
My track record is pretty good though. I just want to let you know.
Hold on. I can't be letting you win like that now. Let's see what we got.
Alarm. Okay, thought I turned it off. All right, so here we go.
All right.
In your new release, Country Party, you mentioned big old booties and dance lines. So are you more of a BBL person or a natural?
Natural all day.
Okay.
All day. All day.
Answer that real easy. Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's say we're on a road trip, all right? Me and you, we headed out. We're going somewhere.
Let's go.
What does Myia B's playlist consist of?
Woo. Okay.
What we listening to?
It's gonna be some King George in there for sure.
Okay.
It's gonna be some. It'll be sprinkled with some Westlove, some Anthony Hamilton. Ball Greasy. That's a rapper out of Florida.
I know who Ball Greasy is.
You know who Ball Greasy?
Look, how old do you think I am? I am older though.
I didn't know how wide reaching his music was. You know,
my kids keep me up. My kids are my daughter's 28 and my son
you got a 28-year-old.
Yeah,
you got to be in your late 30s. You can't, ain't no way you can have no.
You so sweet. You were so kind to even say that.
No way you can have a 28-year-old.
Listen, y'all. I'm gonna cash app her after this interview for her saying that. No, honestly, I used to have a problem like talking about my age. I don't care about it. But I turned 47 this past June.
You ain't knocking on 50 now. Ain't no way you.
I am. I am. But
you look nice. You look nice.
Thank you. They say black don't crack and beige don't age. You hear me? Listen, so I got a little bit of all of it.
It ain't cracking, baby. It's not cracking.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I appreciate that so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so that was 2, and you still hadn't pled the 5th. So what is my okay? Who is your secret industry crush?
Okay, do they have to be in Southern Soul?
No. You plead the 5th?
I'm not gonna plead. This is so wrong, but I feel like she's attractive, but it's so wrong. It's so wrong. I feel like Jacqueline Carr is attractive to me.
Oh, the runner.
The
singer,
the
gospel singer.
Gospel singer, yeah.
Oh, okay, yes. Okay, now I know who you're talking about, but I gotta put a face with the I know the name.
Yeah. I don't know. It might be her spirit or something, but she's attractive to me. She's attractive.
What's attractive to you is attractive to you. I'm gonna go look her up.
Let me ask you now. Who is your industry crush?
That's it doesn't have to be Southern Soul, clearly.
It doesn't.
Okay. Jeezy.
What?
Is my probably Jeezy is
really
one.
But you know he's become more refined here recently. It seems like to me.
See, I like Trap Jeezy too. Like, you know what I mean? Like I like and I think that's what I like about him is that he is able to, you know, he's got that street in him. Right. And it really didn't go nowhere. He just channeled it differently.
I got you.
Type thing. And I love Maxwell. Maxwell is one of these
are people now. Okay, I do date women, but you know I can say a man is attractive. I like Nelly is attractive to me. Nelly is a.
Do you?
Yeah. You better not say he ain't.
I've just never found Nelly attractive. I mean, he's sexy, I guess, but I don't know. Okay, a lot of women do. A lot of
Yeah.
women do find him, attractive. And I know I am missing somebody. David Beckham for one. Like
Oh yeah.
he's hot.
Okay. He's handsome.
He's like, okay,
handsome.
so off of me. We back on you now. So here we are.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
So let's see. I asked you the road trip. Asked you that. Okay. Dog, you already answered this question. One of the questions I was gonna ask you is, I was gonna ask you about Tap In, and I was gonna ask you, were you working on a song with Westlove? But you already answered that, so I'm not gonna even ask you that. Here's the next one. This will be the third one, actually.
Okay.
So you say, in DoorDash and Netflix, I'm in a sexy mood, I'm pouring up the wine. What kind of wine you pouring up? Don't say Casamigos.
That ain't wine, is it?
Some people call it wine.
I'm not a wine. What you call a wine person? I'm not a wine
connoisseur.
Yeah, I'm not a connoisseur of wine. I just, I just rather if I am to drink something, I just rather drink wine, more so than a hard liquor. But I sipped on some Crown and Coke every now and then. I'm not a heavy drinker.
Yeah.
But let me see. What is it called? Rosé? I don't know. I'm
like
Stella Rosa,
like a
Stella
rose
Rosa
blush. Stella Rose,
yeah, Stella Rose. I'm not huge into wine like that. I'm not huge. But I might come out with a wine line if Southern Soul mess with me the way that we rock with each other like that. I might come out with a wine line. Who knows?
I like how you think.
And we're gonna call it Southern Soul Rose or something. I don't know. Southern Soul Rose. I don't know.
Whatever. But, it'll be ours.
Yeah, for sure. Southern Komfort.
Right. Okay, so that was question 3, right?
Right. Yeah. We up there now. We got to. It's a few of them.
We only got 2 more. We only got because I need you to tap out.
Keep
all right.
Coming.
Give me Myia B's best pickup line.
I don't have pickup lines. I don't have pickup lines. When most times females come to me. I don't have pickup lines. How are you? How you doing? Let me see. I don't have pickup lines.
Okay.
How you doing today? I don't know. How you doing today?
You just keep it just casual.
I'm just gonna be me. I'm just gonna be. It's like by the grace of God, they just gravitate towards me.
Yeah. Well, good, because pickup lines are corny if not executed correctly. So if it's working for you, keep it that way.
Gotcha.
All right. So this last question here is a question that I ask all the men, and I wasn't gonna ask you, but the Westlove question went out the window when you already answered it. But I'm about to ask you. Okay, so if you had to choose only one, would you rather have a sex tape leaked? Or would you rather be ridiculed for making a bad song as Myia B music?
Oh, I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. All of it. Shoot.
Plead the fifth. Plead the fifth.
Oh, I would rather have a sex tape leaked of me and my future wife.
Okay, you wordsmithed that very well. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what, y'all? She did not plead the fifth. So, and it's been a minute. Let's see. Yeah, it's been a minute since I had someone to actually make it all the way through and not plead the fifth. But I thank you for being such a good sport and going along with my foolishness at the end of the show. And I also thank you for coming on the show and just being so real, just speaking your truth, for sharing your voice, for sharing your energy, period. You have a very positive vibration, and that's I feel like that's very important for where you're going.
Yes,
and you will attract the people that you're supposed to attract. Point blank, period. Those vibes, yeah, you let off very good vibes. If you will, since we're talking about a voice, go ahead and sing me a little bit of, let's see, what did you sing? Really loved. Or sing me one of yours. Sing us. Sing sing for the people. Sing any song you want to.
As I look back and I wonder How did I ever keep from going under? It was God's love and your love that kept me on 100. So I thank you for all the likes and shares and comments for the love of angel wings. They don't know DoorDash and Netflix. And like my mama, when it's hard to see my way, thank you. You're there every day. Thank you. Your support and dedication. This is my appreciation.
Thank you.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I have a question for you, if you don't mind, before we get out of here. I know
Okay.
we're wrapping it up. If you had to give, I know you've seen a lot of people, been around a lot of artists. If you had to give any advice to a new and up and coming artist that's coming up, what advice would you give them to be successful in the music business and the Southern Soul business? Like what advice would you give?
I would definitely say make sure you have a strong team around you that you trust. Just it's gonna work both ways. It don't have to be a big team of people, but that safety net, that security structure is the foundation of this business, whether it's Southern Soul or whether it's the just the industry in general. Know as much as you can know about your business. And if you don't know it, find somebody. Call me. I know people who do know it. Know as much as you can know about what you're entitled to with your music. Know about the royalties, split sheets, which you probably already know about all those things anyway. And make sure it's understood before you go any further how that split takes place, because sometimes people fall out. Neither one necessarily are bad people, but sometimes people fall out because whoever is playing whatever role, whether it's a producer or a songwriter or whatever, they may not be 100% honest with you. So make sure that you keep people, if you don't have the knowledge, keep people around you who do have the knowledge that you trust. And don't click up.
Don't click up.
Don't click up.
Okay.
Remain unique. Love everybody. Love everybody. I talk to a rock, whatever. Just don't click up, and don't let nobody use you. That's it. Okay. I can't think of anything else I can say outside of that. Do not let anybody use you for your talent. Yes, I understand promo shows, but they got to make sense.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, honey. Well, listen, my line is always open. You can get to me through Sammy Joe. I'm looking forward to working with her on some things. This fly, y'all, listen, I keep my patio door open, so I don't want y'all to think I just got fruit flies flying around. My patio door is open, and it's the devil. But I know that we have some things that we're definitely going to have to touch base on again, and we're intertwined one way or the other. And I wish you nothing but absolute success. Nothing but the best coming to you. Nothing but the best coming to you. And my other advice would be to stay prayed up. All right.
Yes, ma'am. Same to you. Much love. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you, Sammy
Joe. Thank you, Rakia. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to people for my team. And thank you so much, Miss Keeta, for having me.
You are so welcome. Hold on backstage for just 1 second. Guys, I will see you a bit later. Make sure you check out some of the highlight reels from previous videos. As always, be safe, be blessed, and be good to somebody.
Much love.